Hi, I'm Mama Celeste.
And I'm Kochina Rude.
And this is
Anal About My Health. Today we're speaking with Celestina Pearl from St. James Infirmary.
Tell us, Celestina, what are you anal about today?
I am anal about sex worker rights.
Work. Sex work is work. Can you tell us a little bit about your work at St. James Infirmary?
Yes, absolutely. I've been with St. James Infirmary, I think about 16 years now. First as the triage nurse, first as a participant and volunteer for about the past 2 years. I've been the outreach coordinator and then outreach manager, running our mobile unit. St. James Infirmary is a place where, sex workers know that they can go and be absolutely respected, because that's exactly what we're there for. Sex work, which is a fabulous term coined by Scarlet Harlot, aka Carol Lee, is any kind of sexual favor or sexual activity performed in exchange for something of value. Money, housing, drugs, anything of value. It's the oldest profession in the world, and it is still very much, the least respected.
So Celestina, I'm just curious. I've learned about what sex work is. Who can be a sex worker? What does a sex worker look like?
You. And me. And your mom. And absolutely anybody. All walks of life. I mean, there's, high-priced call girls, and there's, folks who are, houseless and, doing survival sex work and everything in between. Many aspects of sex work is actually legal.
Right.
Now, unfortunately, the aspects of sex work that are most highly criminalized also tend to be the facets of the sex industry where people are the most marginalized, and where there gets to be that reputation of sex trafficking. And a lot of times people conflate the two. Sex work is not sex trafficking. There are a lot of people who engage in sex work as it is work. Like we already established, sex work is work. So, when people are criminalized in the work that they do, then they're going to be marginalized. So FOSTA SESTA makes it illegal for anybody to advertise for sex work on the internet. Since they couldn't advertise online, I witnessed almost immediately, and it was kind of chilling, I witnessed almost immediately a threefold increase of those working out on the street. That FOSTA SESTA is creating much greater risks and dangers for our most marginalized of our sex worker community, and therefore making people more vulnerable to sex trafficking,
right,
which nobody is pro trafficking of any kind.
When we're putting in these laws that are against sex work and against providing resources to sex workers, that what we're really doing is putting them more in harm's way, and this is true around the globe.
So it sounds to me like decriminalization of prostitution would be a great harm reduction tool.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, because, you're empowering people to make decisions about their own lives, about their livelihoods, about their bodies, and not be regulated into a whole industry that then will have all of its own problems.
Sure.
We talk a lot about how harm reduction means that everybody is the expert of their own experiences, which is why it sounds like it's really important that we need to listen to sex workers if we're implementing policies or rules that regulate the lives of sex workers, right?
Yeah.
They should be the ones who are at the forefront of the conversation,
right,
not just a seat at the table. They need to be the table, and we need to be listening to sex workers on what sex workers want.
Right. I feel like that leads pretty naturally into some of the stigmas that are related to sex work. Can you just talk about why you think sex work is still so stigmatized?
Sexism, racism, xenophobia.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, like I was saying, I don't think anybody at all is surprised by the idea that, FOSTA SESTA passed And, how often are we hearing about some legislator or another participating in sex work,
right?
And what happens to them.
Now, my last question for you is, if you could tell us 3 things that would benefit sex workers right now, what would they be?
Not getting arrested, having safe places to advertise, safe places to work, safe places to live, a way that they can negotiate their own circumstances, so the terms of their work as well as rates, and really the same thing that all of us need, support, community, love.
It sounds to me like one of the themes of this harm reduction discussions that we're having is community.
Yeah, community, and that sex workers are workers. Sex workers are people.
Absolutely.
Humans, just like all of us.
Do you think this would be an appropriate outfit for the hookers ball?
I think that would be an appropriate outfit for anything.
Grocery shopping. Going to the bank.
Little house on the prairie.
Yes.
I do feel like Anne of Green Gables.
Gate poles?
Gate poles.
Anne of Green Gate poles.
Anne of Green Gate poles. That's my porn name.
Not green though.
So if you have any questions for us about any of the topics that we've discussed today, you can find more resources below or ask a question in the comments. Thank you for being here with us, Celestina.
Thank you.
Yes, and sex work is work.
Woo!